All right, let's talk about email services. And I'm going to tell you, this is a super, super important one. You might not think so right now, but as we begin to create emails that are sending customers updates, as we begin to prospect, as we begin to drip market, super powerful to do this right. It all starts here. So let's go ahead and take a look. There's this little notification here. It looks like currently you're using shared domain, free mode, and it's better to create a dedicated domain. Why should you consider this? Enhanced deliverability. I want that. Brand credibility. I want that. Increased control. I want that. Reduce spam. I want that. So let's create. So what do I do here? I'm going to go ahead and post in so let's start with using my preferred area. Contractors.com, right? I'm going to grab this just so I have a future real quick. I'm going to get that there. Now I'm going to try to add it. Now let's see what happens. It's saying, hey, you have some MX records here that are pointing at something else. Mail exchange records that are going somewhere else. In other words, these records are not just free and ready to have. Now, depending on you, maybe those are available. But it says, maybe you want to use a subdomain. So I can use the same, which might create some disruptions and some problems, or I can create new. So I'm going to hit create new. So what are we going to do? I'm going to do this. And I'm going to put mail dot. I like mail dot because it's my mail at preferred area contractors.com, right? So let's go ahead and try that. Let's go ahead and add and verify. And it's going to go through its thing, and it says connect your main domain URL. Okay, it's defaulted. I can't change anything. I can't press anything. It just says do that and continue. So I'm going to hit continue. And remember, I have the GoDaddy side hacked up with this, so this kind of makes it a little easier. You may need to manually go in and add MX records into your DNS of your site. Again, I would pay someone, as long as they're doing a subdomain, I would pay them $50, $75. If they're doing your main domain, you want to be careful to make sure you have the right person doing this, right? Because if you don't have the right person doing it, you could mess up your emails and it could just create a mess for you, and you don't want that to happen. So it says that it's going to be done, and it's going to go ahead and do that. After authorizing, boom. And it actually went ahead and created these things for me, right? And those are all set up. I would wait a little bit, probably a few minutes, and then I would go down here and I would hit verify domain. And what's going to happen is it's going to go and verify these things. You see how it already verified them? Boom, I'm set up for email. I can email like a boss and it's going to work great, right? And I'm just going to do, instead of Lateef at bossofsolutions.com, I know when I'm using this service, I'm going to use Lateef at mail.bossofsolutions.com. Very easy. And you're going to want to have that figured out properly. All right. And it's already there. What does this say? Let's take a look. I haven't come in here. Dedicated, sending from dedicated, like we had mail, shared IP, SSL, unverified will be auto deleted after verify now. Let's try it. Apply and verify your mail domain. Okay. So it's just doing whatever. So boom, it's done, right? We actually did that here originally, but I think it's just taking its time to circle back around. So it says our SSL is pending, but it's already active. No dedicated IPs found. I need to add a payment method. This is a demo account, so I didn't add anything to it. So make sure you do that. And it should be done there. Domain configuration. If you needed some stuff in here, but overall, we're set. I think we're good. Reply and forward settings. Forwarding address. If you want like emails that come in to forward to somewhere else, you can put that in there. You can forward to an assigned user. You can do a reply address. So you can be like a no reply, her reply address. You might not want that, but you might want to have customer at, and put in your email if you want to save like a generic one, but I'm going to leave that alone, but you can get into that. And then what's super cool later, you're going to be able to look at email analytics, like what's delivered, what's open, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's going to give you much, much better tracking, much better deliverability, much better open rates. This is key. If you're going to market, you got to market smart. You want to lay down the foundation. So this little like 3-4 minute video, super important to do it right. Because if you don't, it's going to hamper a lot of the results you get in the end. So do this and do it right. Don't stick to their standard email. Change this to yours and do it right, because it's really going to help much better. And that's going to make your life much, much, much better for deliverability and everything. All right. So there you go. And we'll go from there. We have conversation provider. This is something that's coming up. I wouldn't really mess with it too much. We have audit logs, basically seeing who did what change, when they do it. You can actually, in audit logs, these are super important. You can go in and you can actually go in and view details and see who did what. I'm new to this account. In other words, like this is a new account, so there's not much going on here, but it will let you at times undo actions and redo actions and things of that nature. You have your companies. So this says view and manage all settings related to company. Automations, create and associate companies with contacts, associate contacts with companies. All right. Okay. I want companies. This is something that HighLevel thought of later. They didn't really have companies. BUMS actually made something for this, but then we had to delete it because they made their thing. But literally what we want to do is we want to have companies. So I'm going to click yes. Retroactively complete. No, I don't have any retro data, but I'm going to say yes. So it's just going to go through. Good part about having a fresh account, you don't have any of this mess. So there you go. We've run through our entire menu, and depending which videos you've watched or whatever, you might have skipped integrations. Integrations is pretty simple. You can follow very simple, connect your pages. Do understand that if you're hooking up, I will give you this one tip, Facebook and Instagram. You need to hook up Facebook and Instagram together first properly before you connect it here. Otherwise, it's going to make a pain in the butt for you. Everything else, pretty simple to connect and do. And we'll be doing that in another video. You have your custom fields. I didn't get into this because every business is different, but you can add custom fields. My suggestion here is add a folder and put all your fields under that folder and move them into the right areas as you want. So you could say like test or something and add your fields into there. Your custom values. This is going to be super important and very powerful, but it's often misused. So I would not suggest getting ahead with this one. Please wait. I'll share more with that when the time comes. All right.